in before YouTube gives me the wrong thumbnail here, because it happened the last time. But hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to another stream. I'm just going to be posting the link to this to everywhere. So, away we go. Yeah, give me the wrong thumbnail, I just seen it. God damn it. I hate it when it does this. Hello! How are you doing? I don't believe I know that username. Are you new? Oh, hi memes. Yeah, the thumbnail is wrong. That's YouTube's problem. I literally am setting it again right now just to make sure. But yeah. So hello everyone. We're back. More Immersiontale. Funny house. Yeah, funny house with the way that it's built. It's crazy. So we're just going to be going ahead and trying to get as much of it done as possible. I usually don't come live or just watch. I've said nothing. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. It's just, it's easy for me to kind of figure out who's new based off, or who's not been in stream and stuff based off comments and usernames, so it's fine. I didn't mean anything by it. It was more just a, oh, somebody's new here. Nice. Kind of thing. But yeah, skeleton house time. I need to get this just right. Especially because of the skeleton room there. There may be some adjustments done to this later on. We shall see. What I need to do here is like just get the room set up. And then away we go, and I can make the tiny adjustments that I need and some stuff. I'm gonna get crucified by the community as well, because it was only to, I think, last night where I checked out Dreamer Reborn. That moment where somebody's gonna hear that and be like, oh my god, you did not check out the very first fanfiction style thing for Undertale? It's like, yeah, I kind of heard about it and didn't check it out until now. Oops. I didn't mean any offense. Right, I'm like slowly going through all fan content and trying to catch up with it. So, yeah, I may have dropped the ball there by only checking out Dreamer Reborn now. Happy says, lead. Happy, I don't even know what you mean when you said I want paying in lead. I was like, what now? At first I thought it was because I was playing EDF, and I'm like, wait, what? Don't worry, I know you're not talking bad. It's just that you have a new viewer. Yeah. I'm a very talkative person. Nice. How's everyone going, Sustainment? I'm doing alright. It's very warm here, of course, so just kind of chilling out in front of the fan, because as I've said many times before on stream, British people don't have air conditioning in the houses like Americans do. So we have to sit here and suffer. So if we have a fan, then it tends to be that we just sit there and sweat until the weather goes cooler. The heat must be terrible for you. With my condition, yeah, as well. I've been trying to obviously not get completely melted or get any problems with my condition. So yeah, it's been fine, apart from worrying about whether I'll get melted or not. Why don't you have an AC unit that goes in the window? We don't even have them. We don't even have them, Raiden. Like, the whole deal is, the aircon here is kind of, it's not exactly restricted, but it's more just, from what I understand, it's just not really commonly sold over here. It goes in, like, cars and shops, of course, but apart from that, nobody has it. It's just everybody opens the windows, because brick houses obviously keep heat in, so everybody just opens the windows and puts any fans that they've got on, and that's it. You'll find a lot of British people around this point in, well, in the year will be wearing, like, basically basketball tops. Basketball tops or white shirts and shorts, and if you're a girl, obviously, like, a summer dress or something. But, or shorts. But yeah, it's crazy. Like, everybody is just, like, trying to stay out of the heat, for obvious reasons. You could order one from America, potentially. Let's see, brick houses suck. Destiny says, hello. It's doing great, actually. You do a great job. I'm French, personally, so I don't totally understand what you said, but I try my best. Thank you very much. What's an air conditioning? Yeah, basically. It's not as simple to get air conditioning over here, let's put it that way. Okay, so that goes up there. I'm gonna have to make Toriel float for a moment. Okay, I need that to be slightly wider. I just don't like the idea of it not being wide enough. I also need that. I'm gonna say about there seems alright for me, scale-wise. Like, Sands of Papyrus' house isn't exactly gonna be like a warehouse, but I do want it to be kind of spacious, or at least a little bit spacious. Expand hallway. Hi, Blur. I don't have air conditioning, says Memes. In this case, you should take Undine Airline. You use Toriel as a meter reference? Yes. I use Toriel to kind of figure out what's going on. By the way, Blair, thank you very much for the Alphys file for today. I will be getting back in contact with Rogue, because Rogue contacted me today as well, just to check up on things, so I don't know whether that was you, but thank you very much anyway. But yeah, that gives me a lot more hope, because obviously Asriel and Alphys are two major characters, and then after they're completed, then it's literally just Toriel and Undine, I think, which are Z's characters at the moment. And then it's just side characters after that, like Catty and Bratty and all the other ones. So we're getting there, one step at a time. Every single time somebody sends me a file back, we get like that one little bit closer. Sorry it took so long. No, that's fine, that's fine. Like, excuse me, I'm having a drink at the same time. Like I've said plenty of times before, as long as stuff gets done at the end of the day, you know, I'm not overly fussed. It's more as I've stated a couple of times before, it's just my anxiety being like, we've got this, right? Everything's going fine, right? We're gonna complete this project this time, right? This is gonna be the one, you know, so it's kind of crazy. It's that one where there's that little voice in the back of my head that when stuff doesn't quite go right, or when I don't hear from somebody in a while, it's just like, oh no, it's happening again. And obviously I can't really blame myself too much for that, because it's stuff that's been happening for like 20 years. So yeah, it's pretty depressing for me on that sort of part, but it's no big deal. I'm not overly fussed as long as the files eventually get here, you know. And by the way, I'm not trying to guilt trip anyone, because I understand people may take that the wrong way. It's like, I'm not trying to guilt trip anyone, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. It's literally just the way my brain thinks. I've explained it before, like, the easiest way to describe it is, it's like if somebody says to me, like, oh, I'll turn up at your house at, like, 7 o'clock at night, and they don't turn up at 7 on the dot, I more or less start panicking, because I'm like, did something happen? Is everything okay? You know, so it's crazy. I mean well, it's just my paranoia and anxiety kind of make me seem like I'm totally unhinged and that there may be other intentions when they're not, you know. You're supposed to see the Aurora Borealis today, seriously, Damon. I get you, sis Blair. Bringo Burr, yeah, it really does. Back you, sussy backer. Give us the Jeff. No. I've explained before, no Jeff, no Gaster. Those were taken away. Okay, so I need to punch a hole here. Problem with this is the room placement, because I need to cut off extra parts of the room there. The only thing I can think of here is moving some of this so it's a little bit closer. Like, I didn't even think about this before, but the freaking cupboard at the back where Papyrus hides all of his skeletons and everything, you know, like all of his clothes and stuff. The problem with that is just the location of it, because there's a window right next to it, so that implies that that part of the house sticks out a little bit more. It's all kinds of wacky, but again, we kind of have those shenanigans with Toby anyway. We've had those since like day one, and for anyone who didn't hear me recently when I was doing the previous stream, the Hotland shenanigans are actually still ongoing since the beginning of the project, more or less. The whole deal with the Hotland situation has not actually changed. It's just been put on the back burner for a while, so I'm kind of getting round to that now. And I know at least one person in here is going to be like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, I'll have to explain it again, probably. The deal with Hotland is primarily that when it comes down to it, everything else needs to be built before I can do certain parts. And it's like a knock-on effect where it's like, okay, I can't do the resort until I have Hotland done. I can't really go into Hotland until I've got Waterfall redone. I can't do the connecting bridge to the core until I have the core done. To have the core done, I need to also make the joining section of Hotland, so it's been really crazy. But yeah, Hotland is crazy. How's it going? It's going alright. I'm gonna go out in an hour and see if I can see it again. Oh, nice! But yeah, Hotland is looking real good. What I'm thinking of doing here for this is literally flipping the entire building. And the reason why is primarily because it might work better. Like, because there are multiple ways of doing this. And again, like I've said before, none of them are wrong, but none of them are right either. There's no, like, definitive way that says you should do this way. It's just, clearly Papyrus's room is set up a certain way and it doesn't really match the way that the width is and everything else. It's weird. So, I keep messing around with this image here. I need to, like, do that. I'm thinking I put the window behind the car. I put the window behind the car and I have the computer there, and maybe... Because if I do it that way, then I only have to take a little bit off it, and the room layout stays kind of the same. Kind of. Let's just do Sans' room first and see. It's weird. Like, trying to translate Undertale into 3D has been a very long and hard project. Especially with the width here. Like, I'm trying to keep the width as close to the original as possible. But the problem now is I need to fit those two rooms inside of here. So it's like, the only other thing I could do would be to try and trim some of it down or move some of it around like you would in real life to try and fit it all in. It's just a pain. Everything has its rightful place, you know. The thing is, it's like, we're not even really going to see Sans' room, but I still have to fill up that area. So it's... There's a cube. There's a cube that's literally the size of Sans' room. I've seen, over the past couple of days, I went in VR chat and had a look to see how other people had tackled this. And literally it comes down to slight cheating or rearrangement of the house anyway. Like, somebody cheated in VR chat by literally having it be a teleporter. So the house stays the same size, but the interior is obviously bigger. So it was crazy. Lots of cheating techniques going on. Right, so that's as big as Sans' room can be, but then the problem is Papyrus' room there. Let's see. Oh, thank you very much, Damon. Toby learned from a new generation to stay determined. Any project or dream you have. Stranger guy, I will make a 3D thing totally alone in this way. You'll have to see this. I honestly, I hope that Toby sees this, but at the same time, it's like, if he doesn't, it's not gonna kill me, you know. It would be nice. It would be really nice, because I would like to see what the overall impression is, but I really do have to make sure that this is the best it can be, you know. It's like, one thing that's been going through my head recently was just what I'm going to do with the next trailer. And there are a couple of things that I have cooking in terms of, like, ideas that are pretty cool, so I'll just have to make sure I do them decently. Okay, so for this, I know it's meant to be wide here, but I really need that extra space there to be gone. So if I can just, like, I can just do this. There is an actual fan game as well for Undertale in 3D that got released, like, literally a week ago, maybe. I was gonna actually play it, but I didn't know whether it was, like, whether it was trustworthy or not. Excuse me, or not, so I might have to, check it out at some point. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make Sans' room, like, really narrow. I'm gonna take away that bit there, where it's just bare wall, and hopefully that'll fit Papyrus' room in. Oh, it still doesn't? What, is it the car? Oh boy. We have a problem. Because from the sprite, that's just a straight wall. That's what's throwing me. It's a straight wall with, like, a little bit of a lip on it there at the front. But when you try and do it like this, the interior is just so much of a mess. You know. Let's see. I will spam Toby. Classic says, trying a new 3D tool, tell you if I like it or not. Blender has 3D builders platform models like it's an AI. Going to try it out. Oh, okay. The problem is, I can't make the house any wider. If I make the house any wider, the living room is going to be absolutely massive. Because, like, just look at the size of Toriel there. You don't really want it to be too big. Because the house is already becoming pretty long. No, so it's like... It's funny because I say that, and yet the back of the house sticks out way more than the bottom bit here. Because we've got the lab underneath. That's round here that takes up this space. It's like, how do I fit this in? Right. If we moved everything, we'd need that. I think the problem is the poster. And the reason why I say that is because if we moved the poster onto, say, another wall, so say, like, over here where the computer is, we could then move the table and the car forwards. And sure, it'd be close to the door. It'd probably be in line with the bookshelf or pretty close to it. But then at least we wouldn't have this problem of all this extra room here. I want to help, but I don't do 3D work. Sorry. It's fine, it's fine. So I think, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that cut. That seems logical. So what we're going to do is just use another box to measure out the scale of this. And then I can get away with, I think, reasonably about that much taken off the main model. Here's where I find out it's exactly what I need. Oh, it's pretty close. So if I take that and go to the edge of the stairs, what we then have is that, which looks crazy, but at least it fits within the sort of original scale. I would have just ripped a house model of a store. See, the thing is, it's like... The thing is, I could literally sit here and copy, like, other people's versions, or... You know, I could take stuff that isn't mine and try messing around with that, but the thing is, by me doing it this way, I know exactly how I've made it, so I know all the issues that it has and how I can manipulate it and stuff. Whereas using somebody else's model, it becomes a problem when you start looking into things and it has issues that you don't quite recognize how to deal with and stuff like that. And then it's just like, oh god, what's wrong here? What do I have to fix? And then you spend a lot of time just fixing the model instead of actually working on it, you know. So it's rough. It's rough. And again, there's no one wrong way or one right way to doing this. There are always going to be multiple takes on it. And it's just interesting again because I like talking to all the community and everything. It's interesting seeing what fixes and sort of ways that people address these issues, you know. Like, it's interesting turning around and hearing somebody be like, so anyway, had this issue, and this is how we solved it, or this is how I solved it. It's like, oh, interesting. And then you get to hear the thought process and stuff. That, for me, is absolutely fascinating. That needs to be... These rooms need to be extended here. So if I go to about there, looks normal, and the reason why I'm saying looks normal is because I'm looking at my own room in real life and be like, okay, the door has a little bit of stuff between it and the roof. We're good here. That's clever, using the game as your floor plan. I mean, I try to. My French actually stops working now, not your fault. It's fine, it's fine. I think this is awesome, I say this all the time. Yeah, what we'll be doing is hopefully kit bashing my way through this today, and by that I mean, like, what I'm doing here is essentially just blocking out these rooms, and then kit bashing is taking assets that I've got from, like, tutorials and other places and reusing them in smart ways. So, like, for instance, these are all doors and everything that you'll see in home. But the difference is I'm reusing them just to make this easier on myself. It's like here now, those two doors were literally just to get me a scale so I could get in the doorway like that. You know, because if I didn't have that scale, then I wouldn't know how big to make it. So it should look correct there. It's going to be the same with Papyrus's room here. I need to make another door and put it roughly close to the stairs. And then I need to stick a sign on it that says no girls, no boys, no annoying dogs allowed, because it says it in the concept art. Yeah, that's at the top of the stairs, which is roughly about there, which is hard because of where that is, but we can kind of, no, we can't because of how I've done the, right, that's going to have to be switched up a little bit and be like there. I can still get that thing in there, and I can just about, ooh, okay, issue being where the door opens is right where I want the bed to be. So I'd potentially have to have the door on the other side. If we mirror that. The reason why I say that is because then the door opens this way, not that way. Trying to figure this out now. If I was to flip the entire thing and have the bed there, that would be better. And have the computer in the corner, yeah, that would work. So if I put that there and his computer is immediately in the corner, that would work. And the door opening that way, that would work better if it was that way now. I flip that way. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. So Papyrus's room is gonna be totally flipped, but it still kind of works within the context and looks right. It's just some of the elements are moved around a little bit or not. No annoying dog. Who's going to annoy Pappy all day? I know, right? It's like I'm looking at it now, and I was having a good laugh trying to see whether there was anything that I'd missed out in the concept art. And in the concept art, I was looking at specifically Sans and Papyrus's room. And the concept art, it says like Sans' room, all weird colors shine underneath all day for the door. And then it mentions about the kitchen fading out when all the other layers fade out when inside the kitchen, so you're not seeing everything else above it. And then for B, it's Papyrus's door, and it says B, Papyrus room, no girls allowed, no boys allowed, no small white annoying dogs. So that's gonna be fun to write on the door. I have to go now. Sorry. Good night all day. I'm British, so yeah, it's good night because it's like 10:30 in the evening. So yeah. Thank you. Thanks for commenting. I love the way YouTube is up in here. Like, there's nobody in the stream, dude. Nobody's coming watching you. They don't. It's like, it doesn't matter. I'm like, YouTube be being nasty to me. Right, so what we do here, like literally YouTube's just like, nah. Go cry in the corner. No. We had the, for those who were watching the other videos today that I put out, or just one video, we had the announcement for Gundam Breaker 4, like the launch trailer for it. Looking so good. I cannot wait for it. I just need to build up an SD unit and that, because that's going to be so fun. Like, I played through 3 with just a standard unit. No way am I doing that again, when I can easily choose an SD and then just beat up on bigger suits. It's basically just like the sequel to Battle Alliance, SD Battle Alliance, for me at that point. Pretty excited for GB Forces, Damon. Did you play 3 on the PS4? 3 on the PS4 was fantastic. It's partly how this channel started as well. Not yet, but I want to. 3 is absolutely amazing. Like, some people might say it's overhyped because of the fandom, but it is absolutely fantastic. Like, what, especially if you've played New Gundam Breaker as well. If you've played New and you know what to expect from that, then 3 is just, it's like night and day. I might have to get the PlayStation out and play it again, because I really want to. I've only played NGB. Oh my god, Damon, you are going to be spoiled. Have you played Battle Alliance? I'm a lurk for a bit, says Blair. Oh, nice. Thank you very much, Blair. Let's see if Damon's played Battle Alliance. I've beaten Battle Alliance. Nice. So, if you've played Battle Alliance, then you're at least familiar with what 3 is like. And that might sound blasphemous to some people that play 3, but it plays a lot like 3. I'm about to hop on Helldivers 2. Can I convince you to join us? I would, but I really need to get this done. Also, I kind of uninstalled Helldivers 2 with the whole debacle. Well, you know, the whole thing with Sony. Even though I got the game for free, I kind of uninstalled it in support. So yeah, unfortunately, I will not be touching that one again. Like, obviously, it's no offense. I'd love to come on. We didn't win. They've not changed anything yet. Everybody kind of threw a party too quickly. Like, if you look at what's going on now, Sony are actually continuing to close down different countries and stuff. Like, they've not actually stopped or backed up or anything. They literally just did a PR stunt. Yeah, that's why I was annoyed. It's like, I was saying it to a couple of people on stream a couple of nights ago. I was like, I withheld, because I thought, no, it seems too easy. We've won way too easy. And, yeah, if you go look, especially at, like, other channels like Pirate Software goes on about it in a lot more detail. He knows a lot more about it and stuff to do with, like, computer software and things like that. But basically, when you check this Steam database for, you know, the patches and everything else that's been done, nothing has been done. Like, it's all just a giant PR gimmick. Until they actually implement stuff, we should not call it as a whole thing if we made them back down. They're essentially playing the PR waiting game, thinking that everyone will forget, which we kind of have done. And then once everybody's forgot, then they can just turn around and be like, surprise! You know, it's scummy. It's really scummy of them, and I don't like it. But it's literally, it's what they're implementing now. Like, we have until the end of this month to turn the reviews around again and have them be review bombed again a second time. But basically, it's the whole deal of, at the end of the month, if they don't have it turned back, then that's it. Everybody is getting locked out, basically. I also don't like it for the fact of the security issue that people have been mentioning, with them having, like, kernel-level access to your computer, and then turning around and be like, oh, link her account to your computer. It's totally like Sony doesn't get hacked, right? You know, when Sony have had a lot of major hackings in the past. One of which was, for people who don't remember, was because they took Linux away from the PS3. Like, Linux was the free operating system that they had on the original PS3 models. And they had it in for a certain amount of time. People were starting to hack it. So Sony decided, oh, we'll take it away. So in protest, 4chan basically bombed the living daylights out of Sony and leaked a load of, like, documents and stuff, basically hacked into them. They DDoSed them as well, if I remember rightly. It took over a month for Sony to actually recover from that. But yeah, I remember that. That was in 2011. So what happened was, the guy that was hacking the PS3, what happened was they took Linux away, so this guy put Linux back on it so people could essentially do, like, software stuff and installing stuff on the PS3, like, you know, different operating systems and things. It was really crazy, but it was interesting. And I remember it was in all the newspapers, because I lived in a completely different location at the time. And I'm looking at the news, and I remember I used to look a lot on 4chan, And I remember people getting really annoyed and saying, like, look at this, Sony taking away Linux. And I didn't know it was such a big deal at the time. And essentially it was, yeah, what they're doing is they're taking away something that they even said was on the box by design when you got the PS3. So essentially, they're taking away something that is there, so it's false advertising. And that's what the guy was claiming anyway. And everyone got really upset about it. And of course, Sony just did the whole thing of being like, oh, it's no big deal. And then 4chan were like, okay, we'll make it a big deal. And they just literally just ripped Sony a new one publicly. And it was so hilarious to see. It was in like all the newspapers and everything. It was in the news for ages. Like if you type in, where is it? I'm gonna prove it now, like, because people might call me out about it, so it's better just checking it here, right? Sony hacking Linux PS3 2011. There we go, network outrage from Wikipedia of all places. I know Wikipedia can be not trustworthy, but at least it dates it. Here we go. It was between April the 20th and May the 14th, 2011. Duration, 3 weeks, 3 days. Type of attack, external intrusion, data breach. PSN got taken down, I remember that. PSN got taken down for 3 weeks because they got DDoSed. Personal data exposed for 77 million PSN accounts. I remember that too. 171 million in costs for Sony. And it was, here we go. Let's see. Government officials in various countries voiced concern. Oh yeah, and Sony, it took Sony a week to warn people. Let's see. Included usernames, physical addresses, email addresses, date of birth, passwords, financial details such as credit card and debit card information. This was the first hack that they actually had as well. This is why you don't mess with the internet. You just don't kick the beehive. Let's see. Does it actually mention the 4chan involvement? What was it? This is all in retaliation to Linux. What was it? External intrusion, blah, blah, blah. No, this is just the actual history of events. Where was it? Who hacked PS3? Blah, 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 blah. There we go. Anon brought down, well, 4chan brought down PSN. After, there we go. It was retaliation. There we go. It was... They took action. Sony would threaten to take action, or take legal action to 2 people, because basically the whole deal with Linux on the console. So they received a message after threatening legal stuff saying, "Congrats, Sony, you've now got the undivided attention of Anonymous. Your recent legal action against 2 of our fellow hackers has not only alarmed us, but has also been deemed wholly unforgivable. Now you have just abused the judicial system in an attempt to censor information on how your products work. You victimized your own customers merely for possessing and sharing information and continue to target every person that seeks this information. In doing so, you've violated the privacy of thousands. This information they were willing to teach the world for free. The very same information that you wish to suppress for the sake of corporate greed and complete control of users. You will now experience the wrath of Anon. You must face the consequences of your actions. Knowledge is free. We are Anon. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us." Change the stream type to educational. I know, right? Yeah, the funny thing is, this happened, and then I got a job at Sony. It was my first term at Sony. It happened, and I was sat there, like, because, you know, obviously, while this was known as, like, Op Sony for 4chan, I was still using 4chan at the time, so I'm sat in Sony with 4chan open, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm a little bit out of place here right now. No, it was pretty amusing. Oh. Needless to say, the only reason I ever went on 4chan was just to, and this is going to sound really stupid to some people, the only reason I ever went on it, because I got called disgusting for going on it in the first place by somebody ages ago. The only reason I actually went on it was because I couldn't find HD wallpapers anywhere else at the time, and Chan had a load of decent ones, so I just kept on going to the wallpaper section and getting really high-res wallpapers. So yeah, if it wasn't for that, because I got shown it by a friend in college, but if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have bothered. So yeah, it's like, I love the way I got called terrible, you know, because obviously, yeah, when you hear 4chan from somebody, normally you equate with like, God knows what. Some people immediately are just like, ew, you're disgusting because of some of the stuff that goes on there. But it's like, I always just saw Chan as just a place to get really high detailed images for my background. So stupid. Let's do that, and then we go. Teenage or young adult Dave is just like, yeah, so anyway, them HD images of like the countryside and stuff that I can get from either the photo section or the wallpaper section. No. Because I don't think Google had image search with like large images at the time, you know, like they do now. Merge these vertices here. What I'm doing is trying to keep the mesh clean. There we go. Yeah, people are silly. I got called gross and... Oh, because I was on 4chan. See, I didn't even troll people. It was literally just on there for the wallpapers and that was it. It was funny though, it was funny getting called all kinds of disgusting names and then just be like, you know this isn't true, right? But yeah, that was the first hacking that happened with Sony. And then, I remember because Jen, my wife at the time, had to, my girlfriend at the time, and then future wife had to explain it to the person in question. She was like, you do realize he only goes on there for images, right? He doesn't troll or do anything else like that. And this person was like, you what? It's like, yeah, that's totally not Dave. Dave's not like that. Meanwhile, I'm sat there going, so these HD images, right? They're pretty nice. Wonder if they've got any more? Oh. Fun times. History lessons with Dave. Well, internet history lessons with Dave at this point. You know. Sit down, children. We're gonna learn how Sony got hacked. And why they're probably gonna get hacked again if they don't watch themselves. Oh my god. You just know somebody's gonna take like major offense to Helldivers like having the issue that it does of like not backing down, and them having to like implement the whole thing with like linking your PSN account. Somebody's gonna get him. Like, I would not be surprised if somebody gets him. No. 4chan was good at finding pirate sites for movies and music. Trying to remember. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else like that. I'm trying to think. Trying to think whether I got anything else from Chan, because I know I definitely only went for like the wallpapers, because I have like I have on a very old backup drive literally like a 4chan folder, and it's just a ton of like different high-res images for like wallpapers and stuff. I can't remember whether I had anything else in particular. I know the places I inhabited were literally wallpaper and video games, But even the video game section was really stupid because it just ended up being a bunch of people just arguing needlessly all the time. It's just like, nah. So I ended up just going and sitting in wallpaper and having fun. You want to laugh, Mooney? I use Adobe 1994 clip art animation on a 98 machine for an animation studio back in my days in 2003. Nice! I really hope the EU doesn't try and ban PSN or something. Because then I bought a really expensive brick. Oh yeah. Oh. It's, I think it's the same for me, really, because, like, we don't have many PS5 games. Thinking about it, we don't have many PS5 games, and I think that's mainly because of the fact that there aren't many. No. Oh, that reminds me. On a much lighter note that everybody can go, oh, or something. Today was amazing. Spent all of it with the baby practically. The reason why I say practically is because like the time when I didn't spend with the baby was literally when we were looking after somebody that had come around that we'd not seen for ages that we know from the industry. And they just come around just to chill out with us for a bit and say hi. I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. So we hang out, we have fun. This morning I spent in the park with the baby, which was great because she spent all of her time looking at the ducks and everything. So that was really cool. She likes ducks, she likes pigeons, and she likes geese. So that was incredibly cute. And then I was like, okay, before I went to play it on some EDF, and the reason why I play on like EDF and stuff is primarily because like I get maybe an hour or so to hang out with people like Sean and Stu. For those people who don't know, Sean and Stu are longtime friends that I've known since like basically the end of high school, almost through uni and everything. Stu is one of the people that I met first when I went into college. And then Sean was one of my best friends in uni because basically what happened was me and Jen were in the same room but not in the same lesson. And Sean took interest in Jen's work and was asking her what was going on because he's a very practical guy, you know, you can show him stuff and he gets interested and curious if he really likes it. So he's watching Jen do work that's way better than the stuff that he's actually learning. So of course he's like, oh, this is interesting. And I just happened to turn around to Jen and be like, who's that? You know, I don't know what's going on there. And she's like, that's Sean, he's in your lessons, right? And I was like, oh yeah, he was, you know. So then I go and ask Sean what's going on because I just genuinely was curious. And he's like, oh yeah, I just thought everything over there was a lot more cooler than what we were actually learning, so I just thought I'd say hi and find out what was going on. But yeah, I only get like an hour a day, really, to play games, roughly. Maybe an hour and a half, 2 at tops. And what ended up happening was I went on EDF, and then after that, I just come and do the stream because I'm just like, I need to get stuff done. But yeah, when we were playing EDF, I had to go back and check on the baby. Excuse me, on the baby because what ended up happening was partway through, she actually started asking for me. She woke up when she was meant to be asleep and started going, Dada, Dada, because she started actually doing that properly now because she was saying mama for ages. So, like, she started saying Dada, and Jem was like, she's coming up, she's asking for you here. And then I go upstairs, and she's stood at the side of a cot that we've got for her. And she's leaning with a little head over the top of it, going, Dada, Dada, with a happy smile on her face, waiting for me to come in. And I was like, oh my god, that makes me feel so terrible now, because I've been playing games downstairs, and she's been waiting for me. So, I stayed there until she fell asleep. That was about, like, 15, 20 minutes, I think it was, maybe. And then I went back to playing games. So she's currently asleep at the moment, but oh my god. She's so precious. She's so precious. I literally, like, can't do without her. Like, She's so good. She's so good. She definitely makes everything better. I like trying to be the best dad as well. I mentioned that on stream before. Before we had her, I said like, dude, I'm gonna try and be the best parent ever, especially because I'm stay-at-home dad or whatever. So I kind of get it a little bit easy because I essentially play the watchdog role and then try and help clean up as well. And yeah, I've just been constantly just playing with her like every single day and having fun and stuff, and then helping clear up the house. So it's so good. Like, I would not trade this for the world. I really wouldn't. Somebody said, what would you do? I'd be like, no, I'm not giving this up, you know. Glad to hear it, man. You deserve to be happy. Indeed. We both deserve to be happy after everything that we've been through. But yeah, so yeah, it's really good. Every day is fun, and I just enjoy it. I really do enjoy it so much. Let's try and do that though, because then that creates two rooms that are right next to each other that I can then play around with. It's like, recently she's been trying to walk a little bit more. So what we did was, because she's had a couple of tumbles where, you know, like, she'll try and stand up and get a balance, but she'll end up slipping a little bit. What we ended up doing the other day was I transferred some money out of her account, and we went and got a load of like really giant plushies. And one of them was this super huge Pikachu thing that's like a giant cushion with Pikachu's face on it and ears. Because we let her pick it because her favorite color's like yellow. Yellow, orange, and green are her favorite colors. But she really likes yellow and orange because they're bright. So she picked out this chicken thing that had like Pringles. And then this giant Pikachu from the store. And we brought them back and put them... We've got like a playpen for her so she doesn't injure herself too badly. We've got like play mats for the floor, and then the playpen is on top of that. The playpen is massive. It's like, I'm gonna say it's a good like 10 foot or something or more. I can fit in it easy. Like, me and Jen and the baby can fit in it easy, and it'll still have room. And we've got all these plushies and everything in it. And what we've done is we've put like all these plushies around the corners and stuff, because she likes trying to now stand up and lean over the top of this playpen. This playpen's about maybe 3.5 foot tall, and I think anyway, I'm just kind of estimating. And what she does is she grabs the top of it with her fingers and then tries to pull herself over the top so she can see over it. And to the point where she's getting on her tippy toes, or she's actually lifting herself slightly off the floor already. She's going to be 1 on the 23rd, and she can already do this. And I'm like, jeez. But because she's doing that, if she slips off, she's now more likely to land on one of these cushiony things. So yeah, it's been fun seeing her kind of like try and get a balance more, and she's been climbing up more on the Pikachu thing to try and learn how to stand up. So it's been really fun watching her progress. It's every day is brilliant. So much fun. Let's see here. Oh. Okay. Have I solved that? Sounds super nice. Indeed. That's like... Oh. I need to get rid of that there. These walls are the right height now. I just need to edit this stuff so that these join on. It's these bits here. What I need to do is essentially make these like that. There's a certain way of doing the UVs here and everything. or not the UVs, the layout, so it's very similar to this. That way, I'm getting quads all over the place, and I can work with that super easy. I've also been watching a little bit of anime that's come up in my recommended, which is really good, so I can get inspiration for fights and stuff. I need to go through and watch freaking more of Nanoa. Like, Nanoa was really good, like, Strikers in particular, and then apparently there's, like, Nanoa Vivid or something now that I have to watch, that has, like, really good animation and really, really interesting characters in it, so I'm like, okay. For anyone who doesn't know what Nanoa is, basically it's like a magical girl show, but every character has, like, a crazy weapon that can do ridiculous damage, and it's basically like a mech show mixed with magical girl stuff. It's basically Symphogear. It's Symphogear before Symphogear was a thing. And Symphogear is literally almost the exact same thing, but they're both awesome. And before I make Alphys have like some sort of memorabilia to Symphogear or Nanoa, as well as Mew Mew for the sake of it. Or have them appear in the backgrounds in different places. There's a reason why Symphogear fans just absolutely love Symphogear, and it isn't just because Symphogear. I finished Shangri-La Frontier, and I'm currently watching D. Grey Man. Might stop because it's getting really boring. Shangri-La Frontier is awesome. I absolutely love it. Like, me and Jen finished watching it literally like a couple of days ago, and it's been fun. It's been a really fun watch. The whole will they, won't they with Saiga Zero is interesting. Just her constantly not being able to get the courage to ask Sunraku out is amusing as a side plot towards everything else that's going on. The freaking Weathermon the Tomb Guard arc is great as well. I want to know what happened to the Boss Bunny, though. Because, like, the Boss Bunny was my favorite character. He's basically like a giant Yakuza boss, but he's a rabbit. No. Nothing to see here. It says, I have arrived! Hello! Yeah, the Boss Bunny was literally my favorite character. I think I like more of the Rabbitoozans than any other character, apart from Weathermon. Like, Weathermon's design is just peak. Like, crazy zombie samurai dude? Yes. No. Oh. Oh crap. There we go. Okay, so I think I've got those rooms lined up now, so they're all joined to each other, and because they're quads, I won't have any problems there. Used to be Kiro. My sis got mad at my profile picture I had. That's fair. Yeah, the other interesting arc for me for Shangri-La was the one where the Rabbitoozans and Sunraku have to go to the area that has the Crystal Scorpions. Or rather, they go by it and defeat the boss there, which I think is like a lich or something, if I remember rightly. And then there's the whole deal of, yeah, please don't fight the Crystal Scorpions. They're really hard. You will die. Fights Crystal Scorpions and dies. Like, wait, what? Okay, so everything here is quads at the moment. Just don't post the Xeon flag. Oh, yeah, because Xeon potentially looks problematic. Don't post images of the Girasulu as well that you've been working on. It's problematic. Or even, what was it? Wolf's Brigade? I suppose Wolf's Brigade would be considered problematic as well because of the armor, even though it's nothing to do with it. Oh. Yeah, Wolf's Brigade, I think, would be the same because of the simple fact of the armor is German, if I remember rightly. I know that it's got the MG42 in it. It's like, I had the problem explaining Altair from Recreators to somebody on VR chat. Because Altair, the main character, wears a military uniform. And yeah, it just happens to look a little bit like that. And I was like, Wolf's Brigade does look sus to some people. Yeah. It's like, where is it? Where's a picture of Altair so I can show you? Because Altair is actually really awesome. It's just that she happens to wear a military outfit. And uses a submachine gun as a violin? Hang on. I'm trying to find a good image. Because Altair is my favourite character as well in anything. Love the way Omniversal Battlefield is just having her as, yes, strongest character. But I could not get the image for her for a moment. There we go. Documents. Absolutely love Recreators. Seriously. I need this statue in real life. I wonder if it's on eBay. Hang on. Please tell me they got it and it's not a bad price. Oh, I can't find it. Hang on. That's not Recreators. That's something else. I better not search stuff like that because otherwise it'll be terrible. Well, let's see. Just real quick. Screenshots. There we go, there's Altair. There's my favorite character ever. She just happens to be wearing a military outfit that looks kind of sus. But also, you'll see, like, Oda Nobunaga has similar designs from, like, Fate. The Fate franchise. But yeah. This is what happens. The easiest way to explain Altair is, this is what happens when you take Hatsune Miku, put her through DeviantArt or Pixiv, give her a military outfit, and then make her literally powered by DeviantArt fanfiction. Like, no joke, the whole deal with her is that if somebody has drawn something for her as fan art, it's her ability. You know, it's nuts. She has, like, infinite power, basically. And because she's really popular as a character in universe, she essentially is like God, and does end up that way at the end of the series. It's nuts. It's just super nuts. In terms of, like, overpowered characters, she's one of the most overpowered that I like. I don't normally go for too overpowered characters, but she's so good. Put that there, because we need a... Found something like that. Post it to your Discord, says Damon. Nice. Let's check it out. JP site listed a ton of suits. Oh, okay. That's for Gundam Breaker. That's not too bad. I don't know whether I should take a look at that or not. Oh, there it is. Oh, dude, it's the Amazon one? Let's have a look. That's the one. That is literally the one. Oh my god. Dude, I need it. There's that one, and there's the one with the swords. Because Altair's main thing is she summons sabers for herself and uses them as a basically an attacking and defensive option. Oh, it looks so good. Beautiful. There we go. We won't need the hole there that goes outside because I'm not going to be having that balcony, but we'll see it from the outside anyway. So that's that done. Now I need to do is join all this up and then add all the windows in and everything, and then we'll see how big everything is, and then I can stop fangasming over Altair for a little bit. Altair, Nanoer, and Symphogear. You know when Dave gets totally into something when I just turn around and do not shut up about it for like the entire stream. It's like, Dave, you meant to be talking about Undertale. It's like, I like Undertale loads, but anime. I'm doing my best impression of Alphys at this point. I could like totally nerd out with Alphys and be fine. Well, let's see if I'm trying to figure out how I would do this here, because I need this to be like that. If I add like another loop in there, I might be able to get that to work. Yeah, if I do that, oh crap. And then we do this, we can go, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Excuse me? What happened there? There we go. Oh, I just realized animating Alphys' bits is going to be painful for me. Like, really painful, and I don't mean it in a bad way. If you haven't seen the original playthrough I did of Undertale, I think there was a bit where I mentioned it, where Alphys' part is that she's self-loathing, basically, because of guilt that she's got over past stuff, and yeah, there was a point in the original playthrough where I was literally like, yeah, I can relate to that, and yeah, it was not a good point for me, not a high point at least. I just realized that's added a line that I did not want there because of that. There we go. If I get rid, or if I detach that, I will not get that extra wire going around there. Oh, no. There we go. The idea is to do these sections if I can and keep them as sections. Because then, what I can do is I can do them separately and do whatever I want with the wireframe, and it will not affect the rest of the building. So like this here now. If I loop cut that there. And then go like this. This should clean up all of these verts around here and make it so they're all quads. Without me really having to do too much extra cleanup. And then for this, that hits there, I believe? Or it's one of the other ones in a moment. Oh. I grabbed that. We go like this. We go like that, right? There we go, that's what I was after. I was after that going to there, because then that cleans up as a 4 rather than a 3. Same with the other one. The reason why we do this by doorways is just because then it cleans up the mesh pretty nicely. And then we can just continue the rest onwards without it really interfering too much. This wall is unfortunate, but it's not too bad, so that's cleaned up pretty nice. A lot of sleeve kits I have kind of look like German robots. I love when people come over and be like, David, why do you have sus robots? It's a conversation starter, at least. I just have a load of, like, Gundams and stuff. Like, we still need to get a load of our stuff out of storage eventually when the little one is older. But, it's literally going to be like Christmas all the time. We're getting stuff back out and being able to do all these kits that I've been storing for ages to build. Hopefully when my arms are a lot better as well, so I can enjoy it. Because I enjoy the process of building stuff. But, yeah, all the stuff we had on display, like, Jen has a cabinet that's solely dedicated to Final Fantasy. Like, at this point, it's a cabinet. I'm gonna have to get, like, another one, because she had a section of this cabinet that was specifically just for, like, Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. But we've got that many versions of Cloud from Final Fantasy VII now that I'm gonna have to get more. Then there was a bunch of stuff that we got, like, from work. Then there was some Sentai stuff and Kamen Rider stuff. Slippery Elm says, boo, remember me? I potentially under a new username, I think, maybe? My username isn't the same. Yeah, I think that might be a username change, so it's pretty hard. Hey, Joel. I'm the Kaneko avatar person. Oh, nice. She has an awesome hobby. The cone of hate in the internet. Hello. I'm not going to judge, says Damon. I mean, I have a load of crazy stuff. Like, I've bought a load of stuff that's nuts over the years for putting on display. I get into it, but I just want to focus on getting a little bit more of this done, and then we're good. But yeah, for anyone that's just turning up now, we're kind of trying to finish off the skeleton house. Just need to do these little bits connecting everything, and then hopefully it won't look too bad. Why did I just do that there? That reminds me, I need to potentially go to the Undernet, like, at some point, because I've not been in a while. Like, I keep running through it to go to Hall of Souls to get reference for stuff, but it's like I've been stuck in it all through today, just, you know, like, trying to get reference for Sans and Papyrus's place. Now, the problem is this bit here, because the stairs have so many polygons. The wall doesn't. The only other thing I can think of literally is move the wall slightly further away. And then put a banister on that side as well to cover it. Because I want to clean this up as neatly as possible without also affecting anything. The only other option I have is to take the entire stairs and separate that mesh. So, like, for instance, we got the floor here. We can just, there's the floor underneath the back of the stairs. While you're doing your stream, I was playing Baldi's Basics Plus, says Joel. Okay. Yeah, if I take the stairs and just have them as a completely separate mesh now, and I've got the scale and everything, that should be fine. We separate that and just go bam, right? And then all I need to do is join up everything else, which would mean just quickly lining this up. With like that. Does that go all the way around the... It would go to the... Okay. I'm trying to figure out where these wires would go, because I don't need these two to line up there, but it would be nice. If I can... I'm just thinking here. Because that's behind the... Is there a way of me getting away? I'm gonna be cheeky here. Right, you guys did not see anything. You guys did not see anything. This is the only try I'm going to have in the entire model, and it's going to be in that corner. I've said before, the reason why tries are bad is because sometimes you get bad smoothing errors with them. But the thing is, if the smoothing error is hidden behind something else, then it's not a problem. So we just... This is an instance of one way that is... I think acceptable to mess around with tries. Because now that we've got that there, technically, I can just delete that again. And that's fine. Ever tried using a single block and shifting a flat square shape, like the wall in place? I mean, to be honest, the only reason I did the stairs that way, it was primarily just because I was working on the upstairs and just needed to get the height. And then it's like, okay, what do I do now? Okay, I can edit it like this. It's like this here. That's all 2 up to there. And then I've kind of wrapped that there, but I could. Just looking at this now. I brought that round there instead. And then join that on a window there. That might work, depending. It's going to be a work in progress to see what happens here, because I know when we look at the sprite work, there's a window here. There's a window somewhere around here, and this doesn't quite fit with where it is in the game, based off the sprite work. So, like, for instance, according to the sprite work, it's more like there, right? So then we take this and try and move it over. And then put that door more like that. Problem here again is trying to make the place not look like, as Doge Creations put it, make it look like an Amazon warehouse. It's absolutely massive. You know, that's kind of looking all right. I know Frisk from the Undernet has put the stairs going up that way to kind of keep it how it is. In terms of small from outside, because it's crazy. Just finished the Silent Hill movie. Nice. Like, I'll show you the references that I've got for this in VR chat, because it's crazy. That actually doesn't look too bad there at the moment, position-wise as well. I need to put that window somewhere around here. Probably be... Oh, crap. I'm loading up Steam at the same time, so it's taking up space. If I put that window somewhere roughly around the bottom of the stairs there, that'll look accurate from the inside. Can you put a handrail on the stairs? I will be doing. That was my whole idea for the first place. I'll be doing kind of like tutorials where I'll be making the handrail go up and then it'll go all the way across here, so you don't fall off. But let's show you, because I sometimes get reference. Do you know the song Get Me to the Party? No, I do not. Okay, so let's go here. Just trying to find VR chat now so I can load it up, and then I'll show you the reference that I've got. because there's like a couple of different references here that we can use. VR chat's loading up, by the way. So it may just all of a sudden load up. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly how other people have done this. So you at least know. And know what I've been looking at as well. I think Frisk's is probably one of the best ones. So if we go... Right, let's go worlds, and then... My worlds recently visited? There we go. So different timelines and stuff. We're going to go to Snowden first. I think there's a join only. Cyber chill out room. Yes, I have that set up as my home. It's nice, kind of reminds me of Cyberpunk a little bit. But I like the fact that it's a tiny room that I can go into. It loads up pretty quickly as well, so it's nice. Yeah, this is the Hall of Souls one, so if we go to... Here we go. So Hall of Souls is run by Frisk from the Undernet, and it's so good. If you haven't been in it, it's literally just all of Undertale, but made sort of like fantasy scale. In VR, so there's some slight liberties because Frisk hasn't played Undertale from what I've understood, but it's so good. It's so good. You can set at different places your home. Yes, you can. So this is the skeleton house, right? We walk in here, and it's almost exactly 1-to-1. The only difference is this area here with the overhang bit, and then the stairs going up. After the stream, will you check out the songs I mentioned? Potentially. It's one of those whole things. I'll probably be going to sleep. No, more than anything else. But here we go. Even Frisk has had to edit Papyrus's room. Like the car bed is now over here instead of over here, just to try and fit everything into the model. And then they've not even got the cupboard in, or the window in this corner. I have to ask him about that. Like, why that's a thing. The balcony is here, of course. So we can go out onto the balcony. Sans' room isn't there. Instead, it's a little jump into the attic there. Or loft space, or whatever you want to call it. And I just noticed there's an error with the mesh there. Frisk! If you see this, I'm not trying to call you out on stream, but that needs fixing. Frisk is normally really good at doing this stuff, but they're also really busy doing, like, avatars and stuff, so... That's where the dog shrine's going to be. So we're going to have that in there. But yeah, Frisk's version is actually really, really good. Really enjoy it. They've even got, around the back here, they've got the lab entrance. I just can't get in, seemingly. I don't know what the deal is with that. There's probably some way of getting in there. I just don't know what it is. Elm says, speaking of avatars, how do you make one? You can do it with Blender, because like, I've got a couple that I've made, where is it uploaded? You can make them with Blender or with like Vroid Studio. Like for instance, there's my Metaton. There's not really too many of Metaton in his box form, but I've still not like properly gone back to this, primarily because one, I was editing it, and two, I didn't figure out all the tools properly, so I was just kind of seeing if anything worked. But yeah. Why are they all PC only? Because I've not got them working on everything yet. And it's like, I'm in the process of trying to go back to this eventually so I can get them working. These are just test things. There's Everyman. That one was, again, another test that I did ages ago. And then there's Moody. With the Soul, which looks pretty crazy. That was the one that I was using originally that only PC players could see when I went in VR chat. But yeah, now I use all the Undertale stuff. Like, I'll use either a Soul normally, or Asriel, or Story Swap Kara, I think it is. Hang on. Boop. Yeah, Story Swap. Absolutely love Story Swap Kara because of the scarf. But yeah, we got that. And then we got, is it Snowden HD? Yeah, Snowden 2.0 by Latiprod. It's so good. So detailed, and I can't remember what the exact details were with Sans and Papyrus' house in this. Don't think I've been to it recently, so I guess I'll see. But this is a fantastic map as well. It also has a small dedicated area to shape in here. There's grill bees, blah 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 blah. Skeleton house is somewhere around here. There it is. Why are most of the Undernet worlds empty? I have no clue. They should be pretty populated. Here's Latty's version. Latty's version is basically the same as Frisk's in terms of like the layout. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like a shared asset or something. But Latty's has different shaders and things, of which it looks cool. Let's have a look. Yeah, Latty's takes this differently by approaching Papyrus's room lengthways, kind of like I was going to do, but now it has no computer. But it does show you the back where shapes tributors. That's basically what I'm going to do with this as well. Has it got the... Yeah, there we go. No girls allowed, no boys allowed, Papyrus allowed. I mean, Unidelta Snowden Town and Undernet World are like always active, but almost nothing else. I'll show you an interesting one in a moment that I actually like that has some people in it sometimes. But yeah, this is another way of doing Sans and Papyrus' house. I actually am going to take notes when it comes to certain things, like for instance the banisters I'm going to be doing. But one thing that I want to do with the Snowden version for Immersiontale is actually take a leaf out of Latiprod's book here and literally try and do the woodwork textures more detailed. Because the one that I'm using at the moment is from Source Filmmaker, so it's just kind of meh. It uses the sprites as textures, and it looks okay, but it's not amazing. So I'd like something like this in future. So if you ever see me online just looking around at stuff or staring off into the distance in VR chat, it's probably because I'm getting reference or directly copying somebody's mesh by hand and eye, which is something I've been really good at over the years. Here's another one. This is Underverse. Underverse has Sans and Papyrus' house in here as well. I don't know whether this is the same mesh or whether it's different. I think this is the one that uses a teleporter to fake it. I think it is. Love the Underverse stuff. So good. So this is the Doodle Sphere. Wouldn't it be cool if you're making an Immersiontale 3D video? I mean, it's going to be a 3D movie, but... Oh, you mean like... Oh, you mean as in like a YouTube video that, like the YouTube videos that are in 3D by, oh, is it Max Deacon? Yeah, like you can look around like Max Deacon and Latiprod have done. I look at Max's stuff all the time. Even better when in VR. Yeah, what I might have to do is actually try and render that off, because that would be so cool to do, especially with people saying like they'd love to go into Immersiontale stuff in VR. And there's a lot of potential for the content in future, which is great, you know. But yeah, this is the Underverse version of Sans and Papyrus' house. This is a little bit of trickery here, right? Because the house looks really tiny on the outside, and it's massive on the inside. And the way that this works is you actually teleport. You don't go in through any physical doors. You actually teleport in through a teleporter which is hidden in the door there. And of course, because you don't see outside of this properly, you can't tell roughly where you are. Also, even though Kara is not that small, apparently everything is like super huge. But this one has more accuracy to the actual in-game map. The problem though is, again, you can't tell spatially where you are. So it's kind of weird. It's more accurate though. There we go. Papyrus allowed, no girls, no boys. Has all the stuff in the right place, including the figurines and stuff. Doesn't have the cupboard opening there, though. Kind of weird. I don't know whether it has Sans' room. Oh, it does. Actually has Sans' room. And then the balcony. Oh, it actually has the balcony, but the balcony's a teleporter as well. So that's kind of cheating. But yeah, these are the versions that I was looking at when it comes to the skeleton's house, and just being like, you know what, it'd be crazy if I took bits from. Can you check out the Uni Delta Snowden town? What, the public server or? They also have a version. Okay. Snowden town. Either. Okay. Oh, it's that one. I know Lotus has done one, but I don't think it's the same. Like, I will go to that one. I'm just checking Lotus's one, because I swear I actually looked at Lotus's one at one point. Hang on. Just let me see about this one, and then we'll go to Uni's one. Uni was actually really, really nice when I talked to them last, but mainly because they give me the Mad Mew Mew model. But I like it. I like working with everybody from like the Undernet and stuff, because they're all really nice. Like, sure, it sucks sometimes when I don't get models off people, but it's like, it's no big deal. I still enjoy talking to everybody. Lotus's... I think this is Lotus, yeah. Lotus's place is a little bit more stylized. Pretty cool, though. I like the way it's done. I think the skeleton house is over here. Yeah, there it is. It's just a little bit more like a lodge rather than a house. They've done the stairs the same way in terms of bringing it up there, but then that section is way too low there and it looks really weird. I like the way they've populated this like that, though. That's pretty cool. Sofa's massive. Like, everybody has different interpretations, like I said before. This is nice as a lodge, but at the same time... Oh, that's Frisk's Hotland? They must have updated this recently. I've been in here before, but this is crazy. I just realized it is more like a lodge because this is wooden floor instead of carpet, like the proper one. And then when we go up here, we got... This really is interesting the way that it's been done. This is weird in terms of an angle for a house. WD symbol on the lab. I'm good at spotting those things. What's that? You have to check that. Oh, there's Latty's one there from the picture. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, I forgot about that. But yeah, here's Papyrus's room. Again, it's been tilted. And then here looks like the small cupboard. And then over here is the computer. This, I swear that cart bed looks like the same one from Frisk's, maybe? I swear I've seen that in somebody else's. But this one looks like it's a little bit of an old map now. Because I know Lotus has done so much more since. And then we've got Snowden Town. Nope, sorry, the other one. By Uni. Snowden Town. Which is that one. This is a really popular one. It's always got massive amounts of people in it. There's so many Snowdens. I know, right? I mean, it is a popular place because it's one of the very few areas in the underground that seems inviting and welcoming. Which I suppose that's why it's popular. Because automatically people are like, oh, this is nice, this is comfy. You know. Here we got Snowden by Uni. Hey, there's the Undernet logo. But yeah, this place is always full up. Up there we got a monument to Shape again. Or a tribute to Shape. And then Wait, we've got an advertisement wall now? Realistic Sans Army. Oh no. Creeper's been here. There's also a soul selector. Can we go in these now? Because I can't remember. Okay, so this has been expanded upon more because I don't remember being able to go in certain areas the last time. I do love, like I explained this when I first started doing streams for like VR and stuff and looking around worlds. When I started looking at the Undertale worlds, I really love the pictures inside places because it's almost like you're looking at a piece of history to do with the fandom and this specific area and how it's been built up over time. You know, really love that. Okay, so there's the skeleton house. I love the way it's got Papyrus up there like that. I didn't even notice that before. Okay, down there's just avatars, I remember, because that's where I saw Mew Mew and then was like, oh, wait, Mew Mew's done by Uni? Let's go ask. Okay, this is looking familiar. This looks like the one that was in the Underverse. Shaders are a little bit plain, though, which makes it a bit crazy. Texture there's kind of low res. Yeah, this is literally, I think, the same one as the Underverse. So this must be something that somebody's done, possibly for like Source Filmmaker or something, and then they've just populated. Is that Smash Melee? Yes, it is. Oh my god, Uni, yes. That's not openable. Royal Guard posted, yes. Join the Royal Guard. Everybody's always saying that. It's like a cult at this point. There's Sans' room. A bunch of socks in the corner. But yeah, that looks almost like the same one as was in the Underverse. That again is done with teleporters, so they don't have to worry about the space around the outside. It's interesting, but I do like this place. What I might have to do, I've mentioned it a couple of times. So sucks. So cool, the VR is so nice. Can you add some portraits in and a bathroom in the house? I mean, there's no reason to, and there's no real place to put it. You know, now. I can add portraits, but not like a bathroom. What I might have to do, I've been saying this for a while, is I want to start looking at and covering, just for people's curiosity, certain sections of like the fandom, like fan art and stuff, and like different AUs that I enjoy. And some of it would be really interesting to cover, because I know people would be like, huh, I don't know about that, huh. No, it'd just be interesting to try and get more sort of like focus on stuff, especially with, excuse me, some of the worlds in like VR chat. Right, so I'm going to take a leaf out of, or a page out of Latty's book, I think it is. Try and do this window. The problem is, it's not a square, so I can't do it easily without the wireframe being crazy. And I want to do it kind of close to Toriel. Where is it? I need it to be with Toriel there so that I can get an idea of height. Because if I don't have scale throughout all of this, it's going to drive me crazy when I've essentially built up an entire area and then it's just like, yeah, the scaling is wrong or the details are wrong, and it's just like, no. Because I reckon a window, really, especially one that we've seen, should be maybe about this. And then, for how it looks in the sprite, it's a pretty tall window. Hang on. But it's off the floor as well. So we've got... Where's the doorway? Okay, there's the doorway. Right, so it reaches the top of the door. So what we need here to match that there. Bring that in a little bit, and it also needs to be roughly shrinking quicker. There we go. So that's roughly about the scale of this window. Then I've got to like tweak it a bit because I need the shape of it. The shape is like that. Going on there. So it's like if you do that, and then I put a line down the middle and then bevel the edges, I might be able to get away with that. Just to see where I need these lines to be. Be cool, have a ton of flowers in a flower bed singing and jumping up and down animation. Better yet, add it to VR. Oh god. So many flowers. Right, I reckon if I do that, and then kind of try and bevel the top edge a little bit, I really shouldn't do that because of how that is. I just want the shape to be a little bit closer, but it's... I'm going to get tries there, which is not good. If I loop that and loop this, hopefully I have enough geometry to work with. The idea being that I can push these up, push these down. Hopefully get something that resembles what I want. If I don't have enough geometry, I can make more, because it looks like I'm going to need to. The thing is, because this is a movie, it's not too bad, but if you were actually making this as like in-game geometry, it would be slowly getting a little bit too much. Like, you want to optimize as much as possible, and I'm sat here adding tons and tons and tons trying to get the right shape. That doesn't look too bad. Wait, you're the one making Immersiontale. Hello! How are you? Hope you're okay. I don't think I've seen you or met you before. Nice to meet you. That moment where somebody stumbles into the stream and it's like, hi. Hello, I am that person. Oh, come on now. That looks a little bit better because the amount of polys there, but it's this that I'm not happy with. Maybe if I just like... Yeah, you're right, I randomly found this. Hello then, nice to meet you. I guess you were searching Undertale content and found this? Either that or something related. Let's... I think it might be that, though, that's throwing it. Something tells me this is not correct there. Like, if I do that, and then mirror that, this is going to be way too much work just to get a window, but it's whatever. I've already done, like, tons here where people are like, dude, seriously, why are you doing all of this? It's so much effort. It's like, because I love it. It's awesome. What was it going to do here? Smooth faces. Mesh, normals, recalculate outside. Can you add Christmas lampposts? I've already got stuff like that. Oop. So yeah, how are you doing, Glitcher? Okay, there we go. If I do that, great. Ah, Oh, nice. Good to hear. If I do that, right, and then just go inset, what is the... Ew! Oh. Okay, so the reason why I'm going ew, right, is because of these verts down here. What essentially is happening is it's putting them way too close together. And of course, then it's making a mess at the bottom. So what we need to do, try and straighten these up. And then we can straighten the rest up. And it won't look as nasty. That reminds me, I still need to say hi to the person that did a TikTok video and was like, I can't stop talking, like day one of talking about Immersiontale. More people need to know about this, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's a thing? I keep saying I'll say hi to him, but I haven't yet, so... I'm totally gonna skip this, because that doesn't need to be carried through I can just delete those vertices, right? And then we can just join the loops there. What that does is that saves on polys in a really sneaky way. Anywhere I can save polys, I'm gonna try it. You know, it's like there now. That's not too bad, and then I can just normals 30. Maybe 40. There we go, that's better. That's a lot better. So then we can throw this there now, and technically we have a window. Yeah, it's looking way better. It's just, it takes a little bit of time to adjust these things, just so that they're right, but once they're done, it's not too bad. So there's tutorial next to the window there. And then there's the door frame, so we know it kind of matches the outside. And then, if I just like origin that, and I place that just so I know where it is for the moment, and then we try and fake the window hole so that we can go around it. That should be okay. I just need to figure this out now because it's going to be a pain. Let's try duplicating the entire mesh. Sometimes I do this just as a prototype, just to make sure I can actually pull something off clean. Hello, I have DMs. Let's see. What's going on in the D... Oh, it's not DMs. I opened Task Manager by accident. Found perfect pillows. I must get them. This is Damon. Let's have a look. What are you up to? Let's... Oh, nice. Nice. NES cartridges. Oh, no, sorry. It's Super NES cartridges. My bad? Are you going to do Sans Secret Lab? Damon says, I'm going to bed. See ya. See you next time, Damon. Thank you very much for dropping by. As for Sans Secret Lab, I'm gonna at least have the room for it here. I don't know whether I'm gonna make it because personally, I don't think it's gonna be something that I cover. I could try to, but I don't know how I would fit it in at the moment with the True Pacifist route. Because all the other stuff that I'm trying to add at the moment, it literally fits quite nicely. But with the lab, you have to actively be going back and exploring for it. You know, it's... I'm trying to think of how I would work it now. Maybe I should ask some people about it, you know, as a potential idea. Because I don't mind running ideas past people and be like, so, what do you guys think, you know? Let's see if I do that, I know I'm going to have a box there, right? If I join all those up in the corner, I'm going to have a box. Makes sense. Yeah, the thing is, it's like, the easiest way to describe it is everything that I'm trying to include, I want to make sure it doesn't impact the overall True Pacifist story that much. So, like, for instance, I've told people on multiple streams that we'll be seeing characters that you wouldn't normally expect. That are still from Undertale or other places, not going to say any other things just in case, because people will start going, oh my god, he's putting this in it. Like, I've already got a bunch of people turning around and being like, wait, he's putting Undertale yellow stuff in it? And I'm like, that's not confirmed. But yeah, basically, we're gonna have some characters in there that aren't normally in the true pacifist route, but make an appearance. And the whole idea is to try and fit them in a way that will not impede anything or impact anything. Because I just want it to be as close as possible while also making up for the lack of models. Like, that's the only reason, like, people turn around and be like, well, why are you doing this? You know, and it's like, because I want to see what it looks like in 3D and I want it to be fun, but at the same time, it's like, some of these models I can't get hold of easy. So I've got to kind of reuse other ones in smart ways. So I just know I'm going to have so many questions from the fans. Let's see. Merge. I'm trying to get this to be quads. Because if I can play this smart again, then we avoid problems. I just realized I might need to make another loop there, which would go straight through there. That's not actually too bad. The reason why I said I need another loop is because otherwise I keep that there and it's gonna... might have shading issues, I don't know. Let's find out, because otherwise you could just do this. I'm actually happy that I found this technique a while back, which is literally just create some quads and then smartly merge some of your vertices so they still stay as quads, but they're just a bit stretched. But then if you add loops to it, it becomes a bit confusing, which is why now it's going to be like, okay, how do I get this done? And before I end up making quads inside of quads. Like, there, imagine if I could turn that into a quad. I wonder if I actually can, though. Because, like, if I could do it the same way as that, it would be hilarious. But that'd be, like, nuts. I think of how I would work it. Because normally, I'd just start off with something like that and just be like, SX. Make sure it's the right sort of way, and then we go from there. I'm wondering whether I can actually pull... I can pull that vert from there, which leads that. Right? That's one extra line. There could be a man how can kill monsters all at once. Wait, what? Oh, I get you. Fist of the North Star reference. Omae wa no shinderu. Oh. Is that... Okay, so that goes that way. That's going to be a problem. Because that's a quad. Those are all quads, which means that's going to put another line through there, which I don't want. So that's an issue. Because ideally I'd want it to go around that way. But because of how I've done it, can't. Let's see. If I could just get another 2 there, it would work. But to do that, I've got to go bam and bam. Which goes straight through the living room again. All the way up the stairs. Good night, man, says Glitcher. Thank you very much for sticking by, Glitcher. Hope you have a good night. Okay, so... the only thing I can think of here is I just do it, but I make the wires clean. You know. So, like, for instance, it's one window. Although, the way that I'm doing this, it's going to be multiple by the end of it because of the way that it's done. How clean am I going to be able to make this? Because ideally, I want that. I want this sort of setup. Because then you can see how I'm punching through the wall to get at these areas. Like, if I do that, right? Essentially, that saves polys there. The problem is, we then have the other quads that are here. Unless, can I get rid of the middle one there? If I take that, right? I dissolve those edges. With these now there. Can I just do the same but with this? So we go like this. Take that up. If it ooh, we can just about do it. If it skims it, it's not too bad. The idea being that we're not going to see the hole that I'm punching out that looks rough. No. Okay, let's... Because what we're going to see is the scenery around it, right? We're not going to see the rough edge. All we're going to see is this. So that wireframe isn't too bad. Ever had it where a wire fused with the wall and it locks on the model by mistake? I don't think I've done that one. I had to remove it and load in. Walls can be a pain sometimes. It's classic. Walls can be a pain. It's just also, I think it's primarily because the way that I've done the wireframe here, because I'm trying to keep as much of it as possible quads. So we've got an extra 3 quads there. I mean, admittedly, again, it's one area that I'm having sectioned off from everything else. I shouldn't need to worry about it. But at the same time, it's just like, it's nice just being able to turn around and be like, everything's good, you know. Everything's clean, or as clean as possible. Give me a sec. Right, so if I suppose it's just good practice at the end of the day to try and clean up the mesh as best as it can be. Like, that's not too bad there, right? If I take out... What I'm going to do is, I'm going to be smart, right? I'm going to save that, I'm going to duplicate it, I'm going to take that as a copy and just leave that over here to the side. Just in case. And then we'll take this, right? We'll just delete the faces there. The reason why I've done the one above as well is just because I can just bring that wire up. Like, I can just go bam with the loops, right? And then just bring the loops up and we be good. Put them there and then I can just merge them together, weld everything, and then make sure everything is good. It's like the same with the front door. I can just delete the face there, but the idea here being that we can take the funny skeleton house and try and fix up these areas. There we go. And then I just go, oh, S0. And then for this, we go SZ0. What that should do is make sure that everything is the same height that I've done at the moment. So every little thing that I've done here, SZ0, that should all be equal to each other now. And then it's just a case of, with that can loop around there if I want, or because I'm splitting that off, it would only loop around the living room, so it wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, that's just like one of the ways in which I can address this. And then again, it's going to be a fake outside. So when we look outside from here, it's going to be faked, but that doesn't actually look too bad at the moment. I love the way we can see the IKEA furniture that I've got outside. And again, the stairs, the way that I've done them, hopefully. Please tell me they aren't too big for Toriel. What about Frisk? Can Frisk actually get up them? One. Okay, they kind of can, but they're a bit massive. Give me a sec. I'm gonna check these in real life, because I looked at it and I was like, yeah, okay, like, those don't look too bad versus Toriel, but... But give me a sec, I'm going to quickly check this just to see, where is it? If I vanish my V-Roid for a moment, or my model, I just need to do this. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. The whole reason I say that is because on an average person that's about 5 foot or 5'4", the stairs actually are roughly about that size on somebody's leg, and for a child it'll probably be smaller, so that makes sense. It just requires Frisk to walk up a little bit more of a steep angle. But yeah, that's the basics for this at the moment. We're getting there, and I'll do some other trickery to get this working, but it's good at the moment. Anyway, it's like 12 midnight. I'm just gonna take like an hour out just to have a break and stuff and just chill. So thank you very much, everyone. It's been nice meeting some new faces, and also it's been great, you know, talk to everyone as usual. So thank you very much for the company, and I shall see you on the next one. Until then, bye.